Hey everyone, it's LockhartQT here, and recently Treyarch made another episode in the Call of Duty podcast, the COD pod if you will, for Black Ops 6 Zombies, and they actually made a good 2 or 3 minutes talking about changes to Liberty Falls. Apparently Treyarch have actually made loads of changes visually to things like the overall HUD for Zombies, and apparently they're working on a lot of things behind the scenes to make Liberty Falls a better map. By the way, if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe as I cover Call of Duty Zombies and will be covering Black Ops 6 when it comes out. I really appreciate all you guys watching my videos, and let's get on with the changes. So it seems like Treyarch has actually been listening to community feedback. I love it when Treyarch really go in and make drastic changes to maps. If you guys remember back in the day, Shadows of Evil and Zetsubo no Shima had a few issues at launch and a few, features players didn't particularly like. Treyarch actually went in and completely overhauled those maps in terms of door prices, Easter egg steps, etc. And it seems like they're doing the same for Liberty Falls. However, Liberty Falls isn't even out yet. Liberty Falls, I think in terms of all the Zombies maps we've ever had in Call of Duty, has had some of the worst backlash I've ever seen to a Zombies map, just because of the visual tone, the map layout, how the map looked, the Pack-a-Punch camo looking like radioactive baked beans. Honestly, people were hating on Liberty Falls, and this was a stark contrast and a night and day difference, if you will, pun intended, to Terminus Island. Terminus, when that was revealed for Zombies, had a really positive reaction from the community. It seemed like Treyarch were actually listening to the feedback from Vanguard, MW3 and Cold War, and sort of bringing back features like Gobblegum from Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 6. However, some of that goodwill was obviously taken away when Liberty Falls was shown off in terms of like full gameplay, with YouTubers and content creators getting to play it early and then live streaming it. It seemed to do more damage than good, because a lot of people were just comparing Liberty Falls to Warzone and multiplayer, and it just being another boring town, city, daytime Zombies map, and it didn't even feel like a Zombies map.
Has the Zombies team made any changes to Liberty Falls since we first saw it at COD Next?
Yes. Short answer, yes.
Next question.
The Liberty Falls that everyone saw at Call of Duty Next was work in progress, right? That map was still months away at the time from launch. And so the Zombies team has continued to iterate on Liberty Falls since then. And the visual tone and sort of the look and feel are now a bit moodier.
Cool.
Than what people saw in the work in progress version, Call of Duty Next. So that's very exciting. And there are some atmospheric elements that people did not see at Next, because at the time we had the main quest and the Easter eggs disabled for broadcast.
No spoilers.
We didn't want to spoil it.
No spoilies.
And so I think there's a lot that people haven't seen in terms of those elements.
However, again, Treyarch have gone in and said that they've made loads of changes to Liberty Falls. It's going to have a darker, moodier atmosphere. Apparently, they've tweaked things like the lighting as well as the Easter egg steps. So again, we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, personally, for me, I don't really see a massive, drastic change. I don't think we're going to have entire underground bunkers and like a second area of the map, like main big area. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to change like the skybox. Personally, I think what they mean by this is they're going to tweak, maybe putting a few more dead bodies around the map, adding a few more horror elements, maybe some blood splatters on the floor and on the wall, and maybe tweaking things within the little dark ether Pack-a-Punch section of the map. But personally, I don't think all of these changes are going to massively impact the map, but I'd be happy to be wrong. Next up, let's talk the HUD. They also mentioned in the podcast that they are tweaking the HUD based on fan feedback and community feedback. The HUD for Black Ops 6 was also another massive point of contention in the community. Some players saying they didn't mind it, however the majority of the Zombies fanbase and veteran fanbase were saying that they hated it. Me personally, I don't hate this HUD, however, again, it just could be miles better. You have to look at something like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3's HUD, for example. Those HUDs were all fantastic. Even they were very minimal, and at the same time they suited the mode perfectly. It was just a little blood splatter in the corner with like the multicolored lettering based on which player you were, and it just wasn't intrusive at all. Whereas in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 we also got themed HUDs, so we had the Diesel Punk themed HUD for Origins, the sort of Shadows of Evil one with the light bulb. You then had the Giant all the way through to Revelations having like the neon blue one, and even Buried got a cowboy HUD, and all of these HUDs were fantastic. And I just hope, again, I'm not asking for themed HUDs per map, but at the same time, if they can tweak it and zombify the HUD and not just copy and paste it from multiplayer, campaign and Warzone, if they can really zombify the HUD and make it visually striking whilst also not taking up the whole of the screen with XP prompts and medals and all the rest of it and headshot indicators, I think that would be fantastic. And who knows, we might even see classic HUDs return. I know there's a legacy layout in the settings, but for me personally, if they could somehow incorporate the Black Ops 1 all the way through to Black Ops 3, and maybe, I'm not a big fan of it, but the Black Ops 4 HUD as well into Black Ops 6, I think that would be awesome for like a nostalgia bait. I really hope they wouldn't include something like that in the Season Pass, but this is Activision we're talking about here, so it's probably something they would do. Next up, some massive news here. I cannot believe I'm saying this because at one point he said he was kind of done with zombies. Kevin Sherwood is returning, and here's what they had to say in the podcast.
Final question here from the mailbag. Will Kevin Sherwood's Easter egg songs be returning in Zombies?
Also known as the GOAT.
Meh.
Nice. Short answer, again, yes. Kevin Sherwood is back, and he is writing some incredible, amazing original songs for Zombies, and players will be able to discover 2 of them at launch. So again, 1 for each map with Terminus Island and Liberty Falls. I have heard the songs for both of them, and they are ducking epic.
They will.
If you guys don't know who Kevin Sherwood is, he's a musician that worked for Treyarch on the sound team, and he's basically responsible for not only the main song, the theme of Damned in all of the Zombies games, even though it's been remixed by other composers and musicians, he's the one that actually wrote the original piano piece, and he's also the one that either sings with the vocals or writes the musics for most of the map's Easter egg songs. Songs like Archangel from Origins, 115 from Kino, Abracadabra from Ascension, Alone from D Machina. All of these are absolute banger songs, and we just haven't really seen Kevin Sherwood, as he kind of left halfway through Cold War's maps. So I'm really hoping that he comes back for the entirety of Black Ops 6, but it is confirmed now that Kevin Sherwood will be writing a song for Terminus Island and one for Liberty Falls, and I cannot wait to hear these new songs. I just hope they're really good, and here's fingers crossed as well, like artists such as Clark S. Nova, Maluka and Elena Siegman also return. Treyarch also mentioned during the COD pod that the first DLC map will arrive before the end of the year, emphasising ongoing support for Zombies during Season 1.
Only RBZ.
Yes. And Kevin Drew, who was on our last episode, who is an awesome human and leading many parts of Zombies at Treyarch, mentioned this at Call of Duty Next, that the team is entirely focused on developing round-based Zombies content for Black Ops 6, and that the big news at Next and on our second episode was that the 3rd round-based Zombies maps for BO6 will arrive by the end of the year. So we've got Liberty Falls and Terminus at launch, and then a 3rd round-based Zombies map coming, probably around Season 1. But
that's right, apparently the first DLC map is going to be launching in Season 1. Not Season 1 Reloaded, Season 1, which is probably speaking like mid to end November. So that means we're going to have Terminus and Liberty Falls at the end of this month, and then we're going to get a 3rd round-based Zombies map sometime in November or December. Personally, I think it would be like 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd of December, but again, I'm happy to be wrong, and if it comes out in November, that's fantastic. I can't wait to see what this first DLC map is, because you guys have to remember this first DLC map will set the tone for the entirety of Black Ops 6 Zombies. And Treyarch also mentioned that there will be upcoming blog posts that will detail all of the changes, as well as some new details coming for Zombies. Campaign multiplayer have also had like big blogs, so we were kind of just waiting on a Zombies sort of pre-launch blog. Personally, I think it will be anytime this week or next week we'll get a massive blog post detailing loads of changes and stuff, and here's hoping that they have changed the HUD and significant sections of Liberty Falls, making the map a lot better.
And today, we can also confirm that Zombies players can expect more support for in-game events compared to previous Black Ops games. So stay tuned to see what those might be.
Anyway, everyone, that's been the video today, and tell me in the comments below, what do you think about all these changes? Do you think Treyarch have actually changed the HUD as well as Liberty Falls? And what do you think about Kevin Sherwood returning to Zombies? I can't believe Kevin Sherwood's returning. That's just such good news, and I cannot wait to hear his songs. And for more Black Ops 6 content, don't forget to stick around the channel, as I will be covering it up to launch with tutorials and videos and story and lore and all the rest of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. I hope you all have a fantastic day today, and bye.
Liberty Falls is intended to be sort of a smaller, more casual, so you can just jump right in, compared to Terminus, which is one of the biggest round-based zombies maps that Treyarch has ever made. So lots to do there, lots to do in both maps, but I think Terminus speaks to the more hardcore players and fans of Zombies, and so at launch with both maps, there's really something for everyone.
I could dive into a Liberty Falls game, run around for, say, an hour, save and quit.
We'll see.
Whereas I feel like with Terminus, this is much more of a, we're committing to this squad.
A few of